Welcome back. You're watching Prime Edition. Now, religious leaders and the Ministry of Gender, Culture and Children's Services have inked a deal aimed at putting an end to incidents of abuse and exploitation of minors. The 8-point declaration sets in motion the last tracking of full implementation of a Children's Act and the scaling of functional safe houses for children who have been subjected to abuse and exploitation. During the ceremony, they launched their Faith for Life handbook. Yusuf Farah has details.
Thank you.
In a bid to accelerate the protection of minors, the government has partnered with religious institutions to safeguard their rights following the unveiling of an 8-point national religious declaration on safeguarding children.
He is now saying that...
In the declaration, the religious leaders affirm that child safeguarding is a sacred duty in faith, traditions and civic responsibility aligned with Article 53 of the Kenyan Constitution and the Children Act of 2022. They committed to, among others, promoting and modeling safe, inclusive and protective environments in all places of worship, faith-based schools and institutions they manage, publicly denouncing harmful practices such as child marriage and FGM, and working to eliminate them through the faith-based teachings and community engagement.
From an Islamic perspective, children are amana, a sacred trust from God Himself. Islam places the highest value on mercy, justice, and the protection of the vulnerable. Any form of violence, neglect, exploitation, or abuse of a child, whether at home, in schools, online spaces, or even places of worship, is a grave injustice and a betrayal of that trust.
It compels us as faith leaders and custodians of culture to examine the traditions through the lens of dharma, compassion, justice, and righteousness.
Children matter to God, and therefore they matter to us. The protection of children is at the heart of Christian teachings. The Kenyan Children Act 2022 establishes that the best interests of the child are paramount in all matters concerning children.
Implement internal child safeguarding policies, train staff and congregants, and put in place mechanisms for identifying, reporting and responding to child abuse, exploitation and violence, including gender-based violence.
The 2019 Violence Against Children survey in Kenya found that almost half, that is 45.9% precisely, of female and 56.1% male in Kenya between 13 to 24 years of age has experienced childhood violence. The survey also revealed that physical violence is the most common, mostly committed by parents and caregivers in the home.
Please.
During the signing ceremony, the clergy and child rights activists decried incidences in which minors find themselves on the receiving end of abuse and harmful cultural practices that subject them to untold suffering.
The 2019 Violence Against Children survey in Kenya found that almost half, that is 45.9% precisely, of female and 56.1% male in Kenya between 13 to 24 years of age has experienced childhood violence. The survey also revealed that physical violence is the most common, mostly committed by parents and caregivers in the home.
The Cabinet Secretary for Gender, Hannah Cheptumo, pledged to work with faith-based organizations and other stakeholders towards ensuring a safer country for children.
Within a short time, the religious leaders can be able to reach to majority. And because of that wider reach, any message that they pass can reach a majority. And so this will help us to address issues of child protection.
I urge you to use this handbook not as a document that sits on a shelf or in between your Bible or your Quran, but as a living resource, one that informs sermons, community teachings, positive parenting, youth programs, marriage counseling, and pastoral care.
The Interreligious Council of Kenya was challenged to use its platform to champion for the rights of the children and call out individuals abetting crimes against the vulnerable demographic. The declaration is a significant milestone in creating a safer environment for children, with the government now affirming its commitment towards the implementation of the same to the latter. Yusuf Farah reporting for Prime Edition in Nairobi.